continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking to you.
A battle to stay safe in the MIAA tournament as Kalamazoo faces off against Alma College. It will be game one today of 3 games of action we got. My name is Sean Whitmer. Joining me today in the booth will be Mike Prang. Both had the privilege of watching all the action unfold yesterday as Kalamazoo was able to topple the number 1 seed Adrian College Bulldogs, and Alma came out victorious against Calvin. Prang, how you feeling going into today's action?
Yeah, I mean, today should be a very interesting day. I mean, 2 upsets yesterday. Kalamazoo with the 4 seed at 12-9 in the conference. Alma got the 3 seed 14-7. I mean, a great pitching performance by Tyler Johnson yesterday for Alma. Struck out 19, and then Kalamazoo, they really came out. They swung against the Bulldogs and took advantage of some Adrian errors and was able to pull off another upset.
Yeah, errors were really the name of the game yesterday, trying to keep it clean. Now with the ground getting a little bit wet, might expect some more errors to come across as the ball skips across the turf. A little bit different when it's wet out here. Of course, weather looks good going the rest of the way. Any players to look at for the fans at home, Prang?
Yeah, definitely today the one guy on Kalamazoo to look out for is Cooper Mills. He had a heck of a day, shortstop leading off for Kalamazoo. He went 2 for 5 yesterday with a pair of RBIs, had some pretty impressive at-bats, and was a star in the field. Yeah, all-conference first-team shortstop, so that's definitely a guy to look out for. Ryer Reinhardt in the 3-hole for Kalamazoo is definitely another guy, and let's see, their pitcher today is Jacob Davis. He actually picked up the save yesterday against Adrian, came in and pitched the 9th inning, and he shut the door pretty quickly and ended the game.
It was a phenomenal job by the Kalamazoo team to really get all over the Bulldogs. Like you said, they capitalized on the mistakes that the Bulldogs team made, and it's hard to make mistakes in a tournament like this, but with 2-game elimination, Bulldogs still in it, Calvin's still in it. We'll see them play in Game 2 today, and then, of course, the tournament will close out this afternoon with finding out what our championship looks like tomorrow. So, with everything going forward throughout the day, as people are tuning in to this early game, and then we'll see them throughout, what is your expectation for the 3 games we got going today?
I mean, I think we looked at the last 3 years, whoever has lost this winner's bracket game has made it an 0-2 day. So our 6 o'clock game could be pretty interesting, you know, just having to play a full game and then sit for an entire game and then have to get hot again, especially against a team that just won a game, is kind of riding high with their victory. So it could be a very interesting. This should be a quality game here, 3 seed versus the 4 seed, and then even our 3 o'clock game. The 2 teams that were upset, number 1 Adrian, they'll be the home team against number 2 Calvin. That'll be a solid game, and then I think whoever comes out of that consolation bracket game ends up making a run back to the championship to face the winner of this one right here.
I couldn't agree more. I think 1 or 2 is going to be in that championship game tomorrow, and whether it's Adrian or Calvin, I mean, it's been close every single time that they've been on the field. I think it's a fun day of baseball today, and it could make up for an even more exciting game tomorrow.
Yeah, and it really all comes down to pitching and how much pitching you have left, because I mean, when you come out of that consolation bracket, you know, Adrian and Calvin to win the tournament and get the automatic bid, they still need to win 4 games, 2 today, 2 tomorrow. Adrian's got plenty of pitching left. They only burned through one arm for sure. I mean, 2 for today. I think Ray Keene will be back tomorrow in relief for Adrian. Calvin, they've only really done the same thing. They had their starter, Nathan Coyle, pitch yesterday, and then Ian Schuster pitched 2 innings in relief. But, I mean, these teams right here, they got plenty of pitching left, especially Alma, because they only went through one pitcher. Tyler Johnson won that complete game.
Yeah, only going through one pitcher, but when the pitcher is as talented as Tyler Johnson is, as you mentioned, 19 strikeouts yesterday, well over 100 when he came in to the game, and throwing as many innings as he did, as many pitches as he did, he was throwing a lot of heat. That makes you wonder if he's done for this tournament at this point.
I think so. I mean, he was over 100. He was about 110 pitches. I mean, the only way he would come back in would be if it was in desperation on Friday, and even then it would only be for an inning or 2. I mean, his fastball sits roughly 88 to 92 is what we were guessing on it. He was really bringing some heat, so that puts a lot more stress on the arm. And but Alma does have a lot of depth pitching-wise as well, where they can just kind of ride with what they have left. And I mean, hope they're looking for the easy way to the automatic bid. Just win today and win the first one tomorrow, and you don't have to worry too much about your pitching.
Very true, as they would get that week off. And we're going to step aside as we get the anthem and starting lineups announced. We'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA baseball action here on ACTV.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics, brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
"10 years ago, Adrian College Television set out on a mission to bring the excitement, the passion, and the unforgettable moments of Bulldog athletics to fans everywhere. From the field to the court, from nail-biting finishes to championship victories, ACTV has been there to capture it all.
Yeah, Jordan Spear. Happy birthday, buddy. I'm sure.
This year, we celebrate a decade of dedication, 10 years of innovation, teamwork, and delivering the energy of Adrian College straight to your screen. Here's to the next chapter of ACTVB, because at Adrian College, the story is just beginning.
Welcome back. As we've got the anthem done, starting lineups have been announced, and we're going to get ready for some MIAA baseball action. As we take a look at the Kalamazoo batting order to start today's game, it will be Mills leading off, Moore batting second, Reinhardt batting third, Lockhart batting cleanup, Steckhow at second batting fifth, Hawkins sixth, Newland seventh, Bakari eighth, and rounding out the batting order for the Hornets will be Pricing in the 9-hole. Starting for the Scots on the mound is going to be Bleasdale. Played in the field yesterday.
Yeah, Bleasdale has been having a good season on the mound. Only his 5th start of the year. He's 0-1, but he's got a 2.79 ERA. He's only thrown 9 2/3 innings, just allowing 3 earned runs, 4 total on 12 hits with 5 strikeouts.
Makes you curious if the Scots coaching staff is just throwing him out there because they know they have an extra game to go, and if he can get hot and not give up anything rolling, it could be very fortunate for them to save some of their more experienced arms. As Mills steps into the batter's box. Face off against Bleasdale. Bleasdale also going to lead off today for the Scots. Bleasdale delivers. It's going to be outside for a ball. Mills, as you mentioned, Prang, one of the players to watch today for the Hornets team. Very impactful in the win against the Bulldogs yesterday. He's going to start with a 2-0 count.
Yeah, he just had this mentality yesterday that he was the best player on the field, both offensively and defensively, and that's what led him to a really quality game.
As both teams' shortstops played good yesterday defensively, starting 3-0. Mills trying to fire up his dugout. He's got a good eye going as Bleasdale trying to avoid walking the leadoff hitter, and that'll be a called strike. Just a meatball right down the pipe. Mills holds back, as you usually do when you're sitting at a 3-0 count. 3-1 offering. It's going to be high for ball 4. Mills will take his base, and it's a leadoff walk to open the day. As Moore has a chance to do some damage with a runner on first and no outs.
Yeah, and Moore's another type of guy you really have to watch out for. He's hitting .431 on the season in 38 games played. Second on the team in hits with 56 and leads the team in doubles with 12.
And he does that while playing one of the premier defensive positions, as he's going to send this to the right center gap, and it's going to be tracked down nicely out there in right for the Hornets is Smith. As Reinhardt now up to the dish. It's going to be low and away for ball 1.
The interesting thing about Bleasdale on the mound is his walk to Mills is only his second of the season. Granted, like I said, he only pitched 9 2/3 so far, but he's kind of really been smacked around the field. 12 hits in those 9 2/3 innings. Opponents batting .308 against him. So I wonder if Alma's just kind of going with him as an opener, where I try to ride a few innings and save some pitching, maybe 2-3 innings out of Bleasdale and move down the line.
Well, we seen it yesterday when they had Lockhart. Or we seen it yesterday out of the Hornets with Lockhart on the mound. As runner goes for second, he's in there safe. But the Hornets did it with Lockhart yesterday where they had him open the game. They didn't have a DH in the lineup, and then once he came out, moved him over to DH. It looks like the Scots are looking to do the same thing with Bleasdale today.
That, by the way, is the 36th stolen base of the season this year for Cooper Mills.
Just phenomenal speed out there on the base paths as the count goes to 2-1. Bleasdale going to check on Mills. Now he'll deliver. It's going to be foul tipped back behind McGlade at catcher. Two count. Bleasdale offers well inside. Almost caught the chin there of Reinhardt. Able to get out of the way. Bleasdale offers. It's going to be fouled off. Back behind. Just battling is Reinhardt as the count is full. Runner in scoring position with Mills. Bleasdale with the payoff pitch. Fouled off once again.
And the Kalamazoo hitters right away are doing a pretty good job. I mean, especially Mills and Reinhardt are just seeing pitches. He's already at Davis is already at 13 pitches, and they're 1 out here in the top of the first. I mean, when you're an offensive team, especially in postseason play, you want to get the pitch count of these pitchers up to knock them out earlier.
And they've been patient as Reinhardt going to take a walk to first, and you would think he got a home run with that celebration, amping up his dugout. As it's going to put 2 runners on for Lockhart. As I mentioned earlier, the starter yesterday for the Hornets moved to DH and eventually to center field after a while. He's going to start in center field today. And that's going to hit him straight in the ear hole. He'll have to shake that off as Bleasdale's control is nowhere to be seen. And Reinhardt even a little confused by it. Taking a while before he'll take his trip over to second as the bases are now juiced for number 14. It's going to be David Steckow. Going to take a minute as they check on Lockhart down there behind first base, making sure he's okay. It was an aggressive pitch inside. Ended up catching Lockhart right in the ear. So we're going to have a mound visit, and they're checking on the player. Doesn't look like we're going to have a pitching change. However, there is someone warming up down there in the Scots bullpen. With how Bleasdale's started to let the control get away from him, it'll be curious how much longer they let him go, as they've already started getting their first reliever warm. But Lockhart standing in at first. It did catch him on his helmet, so thankfully he's okay. Steckow up to the dish. Bleasdale with the bases loaded. First offering on its way. It's in there for strike one. Bleasdale delivers. Steckow checks up. They'll say he didn't go. That's a 1-1 count. If Bleasdale can get out of this danger here, I'd be impressed. Strike two looking for Steckow. As Bleasdale doing a good job here. Holding everything up. Checks his pitch communication device. Delivers, swung on and missed. The first strikeout on the day, and it's Bleasdale sitting down Steckow. Hawkins now up to the dish. Left fielder. Entered tournament play with a 289 as he'll get hit by the pitch, and it's going to bring a runner across. It looks like Scots are unhappy, saying he might have leaned into it a little bit there. It did catch him on that protective elbow guard. And we've seen it from McGlade right away. Turned around very upset. Newland now up. Time is called, as we're already down to the 7th hitter in the lineup. Mills had himself a day yesterday, getting on the base paths and causing some commotion as he'll roll over this one. It's going to go to first, played on over to second. They'll get out of the inning, giving up some runs, and we'll step aside as the Hornets are going to get things warm here, and the Scots are going to be up to bat here shortly. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
For Alma.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics. Brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
Scots are up to bat, and it's going to be Bleasdale leading off. Of course, just pitched the opening inning and had a little bit of bad control there, and then Good Pace will be batting second. Crocked in the 3-hole. Cleaning up for the Scots will be Sapienza, and then we'll get Smith, McGlade, Warren, Grunwald, and Foley batting in the 9-hole to close out the batting order opening today. Might see some changes pretty quick if Bleasdale gets pulled off the mound. Have him move to DH almost immediately as Bleasdale stands in. Davis delivers First pitch outside. Starting the same way that Bleasdale did as Davis. As he's going to start with a first pitch ball. Davis with second offering. It's fouled away by Bleasdale. Davis with the 1-1 pitch on its way. Bleasdale fouls it off once again. So as you mentioned earlier, the Hornets seem to be playing a little bit more patient with their pitch count, and the Scots leadoff hitter is swinging at everything close to the zone to open us up. Swung on and missed. Davis starts out his day with a strikeout.
I mean, going to your point there, I mean, it's tough to win games when you're just being walked around the bases and everything like that. I mean, you still have to go out and earn your hits. And, I mean, if the pitch is close and it's in the strike zone, I mean, have an approach and drive it.
As Bleasdale swung on that last pitch, breaking inside and rung him up. First pitch ball once again. Good paced. Stands in. Davis delivers. Swung on and missed by Good paced.
Good passer, actually.
So Good passed in there as Davis delivers. He'll check up on that. Not going to offer. It's a 2-1 count. Swung on, hit over the third baseman's head, and that's going to be a one-out single for Good Past. So he'll find himself on first, and it'll put a runner on for Crocked. So he'll stand in. Davis, first time dealing with a runner on. Good past. Dancing around over there. It's going to be foul tipped. It'll squeeze away from Moore. If my memory serves me correctly, Crocked had himself quite the day yesterday, playing against Calvin. As he'll foul tip this one back into the glove of Moore. It's going to bring us to an 0-2 count. Pickoff attempt, and Good Pass never even left the bag. Davis delivers this high. It's going to bring us to a 1-2 count. Davis delivers. Low and away.
Well, both these teams, Kalamazoo and Alma, are very analytical when it comes to their spray charts. And I mean, you see the center fielder, Lockhart, shifted over more towards left field. So big gap in right field if Crack can put it out there.
As that's going to be low for ball 3. It's going to draw the count full. As you mentioned, yeah, there's just an ocean out there in that right center gap. If Crocked can poke one with a little bit of aim, it might find himself some extra bases. Davis with the payoff pitch, walks Crocked, and we have runners on first and second. Getting a little bit of deja vu with what we've seen in the top half of the first. Sapienza up to the dish. Davis trying to hold the runner on second. First offering swung on. Sapienza was underneath it. Unable to catch the high fastball. Davis with the 0-1 pitch on its way. It'll bring the count to 1-1.
Davis already had 17 pitches in the first inning here. And I mean, going back to what we talked about earlier, when it comes to postseason, having to play so many games in such little time, it's really about your pitching, as this one's hit up the middle.
And a chance to turn two on to second for one, first for two, and a great double play going 6-4-3. The Hornets get out without giving up any damage, and it's just a phenomenal job catching it through the vision traffic by the shortstop, flipped it over to second, and a nice relay on to first as the Hornets get out without giving up any runs. We'll go into the top of the second with the Hornets up 1-0. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Bleasdale still on the mound, as coach going to give him a little bit of room to work with going here into his second inning after hitting two batters there in the first and walking two others. Of course, Hawkins took a ball and Lockhart took that pitch high and inside, caught him on the ear hole. So we're going to start off things with the 8-hole hitter, Bakari. Bleasdale's first pitch. It's going to be low for ball one.
Bleasdale's just looking for a nice little bounce back inning here, try to get something 1, 2, 3. And I mean, his main focus here is just throw it over the plate, let him hit it, and have your defense do the work.
That's going to be in there for strike one. Draws the count to 1-1. Yeah, it'll be curious to see if he does struggle this inning, how quick they'll get that reliever out there as they started warming him up after that first hit batter. Bleasdale offers. In there for strike two. A 1-2 count for Bleasdale. They'll stand back on the rubber. Staring down Bakari. And it's going to be slapped through the first-second gap. That's going to be a single as it gets through the infield. Nothing Goodpost can do about that.
Yeah, that's a good piece of hitting there by Bakari. I mean, just finding his pitch, taking it the other way on the outer half of the plate, and just putting something in play and getting on base.
Already to the 9 spot in the rotation as pricing is up. He's going to lay down a bunt, and it's a great bunt at that. Play on at first. It's going to get over the first baseman's head. Runners will advance, and they're going to hold up at third and second. Just an errant throw from Bleasdale to Croct. And even with the leaping effort, Croct unable to grab it. As the runners advanced quickly, Croct relaying signals, making sure nobody makes another errant throw.
That's going to go as a sacrifice bunt, E1.
And it was a great bunt by Pricing. I wouldn't have been surprised if Bleasdale just ate that on the throw, as that first pitch is outside for ball one. A 1-0 count with 0 outs. Runners on second and third. Slapped right up to the shortstop. It's going to be a 6-3 put out, but a run does come across as the Hornets will jump out to a 2-0 lead. I mentioned to open the broadcast yesterday, only 2 teams have won MIAA tournaments since the creation of it in 2012. Those 2 teams are the Adrian College Bulldogs and the Kalamazoo Hornets. And the Hornets are rolling right now, as it looks like we're going to get a relief arm, as I suspected coming into this inning. And we'll step aside. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA baseball action here on ACTV.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Welcome back. As Scott's got an arm on in relief, it's going to be number 4 for the Scots.
Tyler Sparks. He's on for the 14th time this season. He's made 2 starts, 2.87 ERA and 31 1/3 innings pitched. So 10 earned runs on 30 hits, 5 walks, but 17 strikeouts. Opponents just hitting .250 against him on the year.
Interesting to see. He's got a lot more innings pitched than what we've seen from the starter today. So, as you mentioned, looked like they were going with just an opener there out of Bleasdale. Now they're going to bring in a guy that can maybe eat up a couple more innings. Curious if they wanted to save him for tomorrow, and that's why they didn't just start with him. But either way, he'll find himself on the mound in today's action as the Scots look to stay competitive and not have to play in that 3rd game of the day. Sparks has his warm-ups done. He's going to start off against Mills. Remind you, that's Moore standing in there, the catcher. Mills sitting on second. Or forgive me, Pricing sitting on second. Mills grounded out, giving up the RBI. 2 balls, quick for Sparks. Bleasdale is officially moved to the DH spot, so he'll stay in the game in the lineup as this is rolled over on. It's going to be a 6-3 put out, and they will ring him up. It was a close play at the plate, but the runner will advance to third, so 2 outs. Pricing on third, and Reinhardt up to the bat. Seen Lockhart get hit in the ear with his first at-bat, but Reinhardt almost caught 2 consecutive pitches in the head as well. He'll swing on this first offering. Unable to catch it. Sparks delivers. It's going to be a fly ball into left, and it's going to be a routine play made out there by Grunwald. So that'll do it. The Scots give up 1, brings our total to 2-0, and we'll get ready for the bottom of the second. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
10 years ago, Adrian College Television set out on a mission to bring the excitement, the passion, and the unforgettable moments of Bulldog athletics to fans everywhere. From the field to the court, from nail-biting finishes to championship victories, ACTV has been there to capture it all.
Yeah, Jordan Spear, happy birthday, buddy. I'm sure.
This year, we celebrate a decade of dedication, 10 years of innovation, teamwork, and delivering the energy of Adrian College straight to your screen. Here's to the next chapter of ACTV, because at Adrian College, the story is just beginning.
Davis back out for his second inning of work, throwing 18 pitches in that first inning. Quick close there on what we've seen out of Bleasdale. He threw 1 1/3 innings, 27 pitches, gave up 1 hit, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. Only faced 10 batters as an opener. Davis first offering. It's going to be low for ball 1. Facing off against Smith for the first time today. Davis with the 1-0. Smith swung on. It'll get away from the catcher, but swing and miss for Smith. Draws our count to 1-1.
Smith looking for his first hit of the tournament. He went 0 for 4 yesterday against Calvin.
He'll swing big, unable to catch up to it. That'll be in there for strike 2. Choking up on the bat now is Smith. Davis delivers. It's going to be high for ball 2. Draws our count even. Davis with the 2-2 offering. Swung on up the middle, and there's Smith's first knock of the tournament. Right as you mentioned, Smith comes out of the at-bat, getting a single and putting a runner on base for the Scots as McGlade comes up to bat, the catcher. Davis delivers the first offering in there for a strike.
McGlade on the season hitting .251 in just 24 games played.
So he'll watch in strike 2. If I'm not mistaken, this is also his first appearance here in the tournament. As his elbow guard just popped off. So it's going to be an umpire's timeout.
Which is interesting to see, as Charlie Martin was the catcher for Albion yesterday, and he had himself a pretty good day, 2 for 3 with an RBI.
Maybe just trying to keep the legs fresh, as that possibility of playing a game again later, and that game, if they do have to play it later, is do or die for their tournament hopefulness. Davis now sitting with a 1-2 count against McGlade. He'll offer, swung on and missed. McGlade rung up on strikes. He'll have to go take a seat for the first out of the inning. Kyler Warren now up to the dish. Played some phenomenal defense in their matchup against Calvin yesterday. He'll tip this one for strike 1. Davis with the 0-1 offering in there for a ball. Brings our count to 1-1. Checks on Smith at first. Davis with the 1-1 pitch. It's going to be outside for ball 2.
Interesting shift here by Kalamazoo. The outfield kind of shifted over towards right side. Left field playing straight up, so a big left center gap. But Kate Pricing up there is playing well off the line. So there's plenty of holes both in the infield and the outfield.
It is interesting as well because most of the time you'll see the defense shift towards the pull side, and right now they're shifting towards the push. Maybe they have some information on Warren's swing as he will push this one foul. If Warren does catch one and pull it down the third base line, it could be extras. It's going to be outside for ball 3. Draws our count full with 1 out and 1 on. Grunwald on deck for the Scots. Davis with the payoff pitch outside for ball 4. And Grunwald will get an opportunity with 2 runners on. Cole Grunwald played in 23 games. Comes in with 8 RBIs. Once again, I believe it's another Scots player here making his first appearance of the tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's struggled a bit at the plate this year, just hitting .242, only 15 hits. But of his hits, kind of more powerful, and 5 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs.
Yeah, looking down at his slugging percentage, comes in with a .452. Chance to get some extras here could be interesting. As Warren, we've seen him have a little bit more speed on the base paths yesterday. If I'm not mistaken, we could see everyone rounding. Maybe get a 2 RBI knock here for Grunwald. As Davis offers. Grunwald swung on and missed. It'll bring the count to 1-2. Forgive me, it's going to be a 2-1 count. Little confusion, but nonetheless, Grunwald struck out.
The umpire didn't know what was going on. He kept telling us it was a 2-1 count, and then you ring him up strike 3. That doesn't quite make sense here.
Nonetheless, going to be 2 on, 2 outs for Foley. Center fielder for the Scots, played yesterday, hitting the 9-hole yesterday as well. He'll watch in first pitch for a ball. Davis checks on second, delivers outside for ball 2.
Foley had himself a day yesterday. He was also 2 for 4 with an RBI.
And it's interesting, almost a double leadoff situation as Foley has a lot of speed when he gets on the base paths, and then you flip the lineup over for Bleasdale. He's got a little bit of speed in his own right. Davis delivers for strike 1 looking. Bat doesn't even flinch off the shoulder of Foley. Brings us to a 2-1 count. Davis checks on second. Delivers low for ball 3. Count sitting at 3-1. Looks like Foley's choking up on the bat a little bit. Might want to see some 3-1 hitting out of him. Davis with the 3-1 pitch. It's going to be rolled over on, and it's going to be a 6-4 put out to get out of the inning for Davis. Scott's unable to do any damage with 2 runners on, and that'll end the inning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for some MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Adrian College is shaping the future of higher education and leading the way in innovation and excellence. Ranked first in most innovative schools and second in best value in undergraduate teaching in the Midwest by U.S. News and World Report, Adrian College is recognized for its commitment to innovation, quality education, and affordability. Offering 71 undergraduate programs, 13 graduate programs, and a 1-to-15 faculty-to-student ratio, our students receive personalized attention and a cutting-edge education. With state-of-the-art facilities, 10 academic institutes, and 50 competitive sports teams, Adrian fosters growth both inside and outside the classroom. From small class sizes to championship-level athletics, we provide the tools and experiences you need to succeed. Join a community that prioritizes your success. Start your journey with us, where your potential is realized. Discover Adrian College.
Hornets getting ready to come up to the dish. Finishing up his warm-up is Sparks. Looks like he's got 2 pitches left, and then we'll get things underway here in the first game of action. Leading off the inning for the Hornets is going to be number 18, Lockhart. Got caught on the ear hole in his first at-bat. Logan Lockhart, of course, pitched yesterday, but did struggle at the plate, only going 1 for 5. He comes up for his second at-bat of the day. He'll watch the first pitch for a strike. Sparks being patient. The 0-1 pitch, low and away for ball 1.
Sun finally started to peek out here after a rainy, cold morning.
Just as you say it, it wants to go away once again. It's trying to fight through those clouds. Sparks working on getting his 3rd out of the game. It's the 1-2 pitch, skied in the air to left. Camping underneath it is Grunwald. He'll retire Lockhart. Now up to the dish, Steckow. He'll stand in. Struck out in his first at-bat. Slaps this one foul down the first base line.
Steckow coming into today hitting .309 on the year, 43 hits, 3 doubles, a triple, 21 RBIs. It's in 39 games played.
In there for strike 2. Sparks with the first ball offered, and Steckow will watch it through. Sparks going to offer once again. Steckow fouls this one back. And they're shifting towards the push, but they're also playing in the outfield, not playing too deep.
Yeah, I mean, that wind looking at the flags in right field is just blowing straight in. So I don't see many deep fly balls being hit today. And I mean, we've seen kind of the wind knock them down as we've had a couple flyouts to the left.
Sparks with the 2-2 pitch. It'll draw the count full as it was outside. Always fun to see the characters in the dugout. That's gonna be outside for ball 4. Steckow will take his base. It is curious to see, however, everyone playing push side against these batters when if that wind catches it and pushes it down the third base line, it's going to find a pretty good amount of space to roll into the corner. Sparks delivers, draws the count to 2-0.
Might see a mound visit depending what happens at this at-bat here. I mean, Alma really needs to do better limiting the free bases. They've already walked 3, they've hit 2. That's a big strike needed in that at-bat there.
That's really curious because there's not a single player down there in the Scots bullpen. Nobody even sitting down there waiting to get the signal to warm up.
Well, yeah, and I mean, when it comes to the tournament, and like we've talked about, I mean, just needing so much more pitching, you can't really run through everyone so early, as this one's a base hit up the middle. Steckow was making a run for third. Oh, and he didn't realize, that's good passer, didn't realize that Steckow was coming back. Excuse me, that's Warren. He could have had a play there at second base, get for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, and Warren, someone who's experienced. As we see it again, he jumps up to catch it, and when he goes to make that turn, he doesn't realize that there's a tag to be made, and if he catches him up on that tag, it's going to be an easy out for the second out of the inning. Sparks gets this outside for ball 1. Also had a chance to get a pitcher fielding play as Sparks tried to make the awkward grab at it. Knocked right back up the middle. Chance for 2. Tags for the first. On to first for the second. And the Scots turn 2. No need for a mound visit after all. Sparks escapes, giving up no runs. And we'll move on to the bottom of the third. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years, never experienced before you arrived today, and never replicated after you graduate.
So leading off in the bottom of the third for the Scots is going to be Bleasdale. Moved over to DH. He checks up on the first offering. They'll say he went around for strike 1. Bleasdale going to slap this down the first base side. It's a great play made and an unassisted put out for Reinhardt over there at first. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Bleasdale move to the outfield eventually if they want to bring somebody else into DH. That's what we've seen with the Hornets yesterday, moving guys around all over the place. Davis with the first pitch strike against Goodpaster. Second pitch going to be fouled away. 0-2 count.
To your point there, moving guys around the field, I mean, that's just a great person to have on your team, is somebody that's more of a utility player that can do it all, because that just provides you so much more options, different parts of your lineup.
That's going to be swung on well inside, and it's going to be a strikeout for Goodpaster, so he'll go take a seat. Coming up next is the first baseman, number 9, Crocked. Davis delivers, and it's going to be skied into right field, trying to track it, and it's going to be a successful put out there in right. So 3 up, 3 down, and a quick inning for the Hornets. If you blink, you missed it. Don't go anywhere, as we'll be right back for the top of the 4th as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics. Brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
Hello and welcome back, as we are in our first game of action here today. Got 3 games to play today, and then we got guaranteed 1 tomorrow, might be 2 depending on who wins that first game.
Yeah, we're definitely set for an interesting day. I mean, yesterday was interesting itself. 2 upsets, the number 1 and number 2 seed dropped to the consolation bracket, and the winner's bracket game here, the game of the unbeaten, there's the 3 and the 4 seed. So it kind of sets up an interesting rest of the tournament, and I honestly think we will see all 7 games.
As Bakari up to the dish for the Hornets. Sparks still on the mound. First pitch strike against Bakari. Sparks with the 0-1 pitch. Outside for ball 1.
That pitch just missed on the outer half of the plate there.
Interesting catcher's stance for McGlade, almost dropping to a full split as he goes to catch the ball, as this is going to get through the infield, and Bakari going to start out his day 2 for 2. Cade Prising up to the dish. Sparks not even going to check on first. Prising with an opportunity to bunt, but it's going to be caught in the air by Sapienza. Great bunt last time up. This time gets underneath it too much and pops it up to the awaiting Sapienza, who was just diving in. Smart to eat the throw and not sail it over the first baseman's head.
Yeah, if you're called on to make a sacrifice bunt, it is your job. You need to get the bunt down, and popping out a bunt just cannot happen in that situation.
This is going to be slapped over to right field, and it's going to push foul. And as you mentioned, can't get the bunt in the air like that. Fortunately for the Hornets, Bakari was staying on his toes and didn't get too far away from the bag, so he was able to dive back in time. Stayed close enough that Sapienza didn't even want to make the throw. Sparks comes set, he'll deliver. It's going to be inside for ball one. 1-1 count. Sparks gonna go a little high, brings us to 2-1. Sparks hasn't even looked over at the runner at first too much. Just took a glance at him. He'll deliver that inside for ball three. And it almost looks like Mills is trying to shoot his elbow into the pitch. We've seen some controversy earlier, as I believe it was Hawkins that did that the first time around. This is skied in the air. Chance at two. Play it first, and they'll get the runner out. It's a 6-3 double play as the Scots escape once again. Haven't given up a run since the top of the second. We'll move on to the bottom of the fourth. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome back. Would like to thank you for joining us here in the MIAA tournament play, and would like to quickly remind you to stay connected with all the action by following at Adrian College TV on social media. From game highlights to campus events, we've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow at Adrian College TV today. We get ready for the fourth inning of work here out of Davis. Take a quick look at his stats thus far. He's thrown 49 pitches through 3 innings. Gave up 2 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. He's faced 12 batters, as we've also got 1 error. Of course, Alma committed. Davis comes set. Winds and throws. Sapienza fouls it off down the third base line. First time we've really seen the left fielder respect the pull side. Playing a little bit closer to the line here. Wind still kicking, not as strong as the sun comes out. Davis skips this one in for ball one. Brings us to a 1-1 count. Davis with the 1-1 offering. Sapienza rolls over, and it's going to be 6-3 for the first out of the inning. Now up to the dish. Number 41, Tony Smith. Got his first hit of the tournament his last time up. One of only 2 hits we've seen today for the Scots. And he'll get put out here. Good play made over at second by Steckow. Now the catcher up to the dish, McGlade. He'll stand in. Taking a peek up at Davis. No one on, 2 outs. First pitch, ball. Davis with the 1-0 inside for ball 2. Looked like it was breaking in close to Davis, or McGlade, mind you. McGlade, who struck out his first time up. Davis with the 2-0 pitch. McGlade will work it to 3-0. Good eye on McGlade, not offering it anything close. Not that there's been much close in this at-bat. Davis. The 3-0 pitch in there for a strike. Of course, McGlade not really going to offer at the 3-0, one of those unwritten rules of baseball. That's going to be outside for ball 4. McGlade will take his base. It's a 2-out walk. Now up to the dish, Kyler Warren. Warren stands in. Warren will watch the first pitch for a ball. Of course, as we mentioned, Warren 2 for 4 yesterday. He did strike out once. He's already walked once in this game. Davis with the 1-0 pitch. Going to be high for ball 2, and no patience out of the coach, almost sprinting out of the dugout to go have a talk with his pitcher. Doesn't look like we're having a change necessarily, just going to have a little conference. 6 of his last 7 pitches have been balls. Walked the last batter 4-1. Now starting out 2-0 in this at bat. Like to get some more innings out of Davis, definitely, as Prang has mentioned, it's hard to go through a tournament if you're using all your guys in game 2. And while the Hornets might have the lead right now, there's no guarantee that they'll hold on to it. They might have to play again later on today. Davis with the 2-0 pitch. High and inside, ball 3. Don't expect Warren to let the bat leave his shoulder here. We have a foghorn in the Scots dugout. That's going to be in there for strike 1. Davis. The 3-1 pitch, skied in the air by Warren. It's going to be fouled back over the press box. So full count. Chance at the payoff pitch here. Davis with the payoff pitch, skips it in the dirt. Both runners will be safe, and Warren has been walked in his first 2 at-bats.
So just going back to what I talked about earlier, having to limit the free bases. I mean, that's the 4th walk of the day for Davis.
He is now tied with the Scots pitching staff in walks. It's a first pitch strike for the first time in 3 batters as he jumps up trying to attack Grunwald. Cole Grunwald struck out his first time up. Interesting positioning there from McGlade at second as Grunwald going to send this to short, and it's a 6-4 put out. Warren couldn't beat out the throw as it got there quickly, and we'll step aside here 2-0 as we get ready for the top of the 5th. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MIAA baseball action here on ACTV.
become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campus visit.
And we're back as we still got Sparks on the mound for the Scots. He gets his last warm-up pitch in here. Take a look at the Alma pitching thus far. Bleasdale went 27 pitches through 1 1/3 innings, gave up 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 of which was earned, walked 2 batters, 1 strikeout. Sparks has already thrown 31 pitches through 2 2/3, gave up 2 hits and walked 1. So standing in against Sparks will be Moore. That's going to be ball 1. Moore 1 for 5 yesterday with 1 strikeout. Swung on and missed. Will bring us to a 1-1 count. It's not every day you see a catcher bat early in a lineup, but the Hornets like the offense that Moore usually provides. He'll watch in strike 2. It's a 1-2 count. Sparks finds his pitch. The 1-2 offering on its way. It's skied in the air. Pushing foul. It'll get out of play, hitting off the pavilion over there and behind first base. So Moore staying alive with a 1-2 pitch, or 1-2 offering. We'll do it again, 1-2. Swung on right up the middle. It's a slow roller. Warren, play on it first, and Moore is out. Good job reaching up for it by Croct, as Warren's throw not as perfect as it has been in the past.
Yeah, I mean, not just so reaching up, catch that ball, but also holding your foot on the bag.
It's a good job making the stretch there. Not a stretch you normally have to see from a first baseman, but nonetheless, he's shown he can do it in this tournament. First base, one of the more slept-on defensive positions, but when you have a good defender over there at first, he makes plays like that look easy. As Reinhardt stands in, he's walked once, gone out once. It's going to be low for ball 2. 2-1 count for Reinhardt. So we're working our third way through the order for the Hornets. Sparks delivers. That'll find a gap. It'll get through the third short gap, and Reinhardt will find himself on first.
That's a nice piece of hitting there, just finding a spot in the infield to hit the ball hard on the ground and get some base runners again like Kalamazoo's been needing as of late.
Yeah, and when you play baseball on turf, sometimes as long as you hit it in a certain spot, it'll just roll by itself because it doesn't have that grass to slow it down as much. As the first pitch in there for a strike. It's a lot harder to make that play in the gap by the third baseman and shortstop when it's rolled over with velocity like Reinhardt did. This right up the middle. Reinhardt will jog on to second. He held his place for long enough, so the runners will stay as it's a single to center field by Lockhart. Steckow stands in. Sparks delivers the first offering in there for a strike. It's an 0-1 count with one out. Sparks delivers, swung on and missed. Steckow well above it as the pitch was below the zone.
When I look at the way the outfield is shifted here, they're shifted all the way over to right field. Huge room in left center and left field. Nothing much down the line if Steckow can figure out a way to pull this ball. She goes the other way, lands just foul. There's only about a foot of foul room down that right field and left field line here at Nicolay Field. That one just landed foul, but if you can find a way to get around one and pull it to left field, that could score two and even stand for a triple. But Sparks for Alma is doing a great job pitching into the shift, as obviously they're shifted for Steckow to hit away, so keeping the ball on the outside of the plate where he's really going to make it tough for him to get around and pull it.
Yeah, and it's easier said than done. We can sit up here in the box all day and say just pull the ball, pull the ball, pull the ball. But like you said, Sparks is pitching phenomenally to help his defense out with their shift. Like to see him make Steckow roll over one so they have a chance at two, as that's going to be inside, and inside way too much, as Sparks will hit Steckow, and the bases are loaded. One out, 3 on. The Hornets currently lead 2-0. Hawkins is now up. He's got one hit in his only accredited at-bat of the game. That hit was for 1 RBI. He'll watch in the first pitch for a strike. Sparks gets his pitch. He'll offer inside. Hawkins gets out of the way. Not mistaken, his first at-bat, he ate one on the arm and caused some controversy, as the Scots believed he leaned into it a little bit too much. Sparks delivers outside for ball 2. Sparks gets his pitch, delivers, low and away for ball 3. It's a 3-1 count. Sparks might walk in a run here. So McGlade is wisely going to step out and try to calm down his pitcher. Sparks with his pitch count around 50. Would like to see him get out of this inning and get through this game as a team. The Scots have already thrown over 60 pitches, pushing up on 70. Remind you, over 70 pitches already. Sparks delivers, slapped. It gets through the infield. A diving effort, runner rounds third, coming home, and 2 runs will score on the RBI single. The Hornets are rolling as it's an RBI, 2 RBI single by Hawkins. A diving effort by Croct, unable to get it in the glove. It'll find 2 batters scoring.
Gonna get a mound visit here and a pinch hitter.
As Fencole's coming in for Newland, and strangely enough, Newland hit all day yesterday. We didn't see him struggle too much today. He's put the ball in play, just unable to get on. Sparks is going to come out as Fencole comes up. He played yesterday against the Bulldogs, started at second. Went 1 for 3 with 1 RBI as he steps into this spot.
Looks like number 32, Kate Sutherland, is going to come in to pitch for Alma.
So Cade Sutherland on his way in. Take a quick look at the final numbers for Sparks. Pitched 3 innings, 51 pitches, 5 hits given up, 2 earned runs with 1 walk. Before we take a look at Sutherland's numbers, we will step aside for some short messages. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
Welcome to Adrian College, where we believe in educating both the heart and the mind. With over 100 innovative academic programs and 10 cutting-edge institutes, you'll find a path that's right for you. Join our vibrant community of over 50 athletic teams and discover why we're recognized as a U.S. News & World Report Most Innovative Institution. Adrian College, where passion meets purpose. Your future starts here.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years. Never experienced before you arrived today and never replicated after you graduate.
Welcome back as we get things underway here. Sutherland facing his first batter, and it's Fencole's first at-bat. He looks to lay down the bunt. He'll pull it back, be there for a ball.
Yeah, Sutherland was my guess to start the next game, as he's got the second most starts on the team with 6. 13 appearances on the year. He's 2-2, 5.9 ERA and 39 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's got 39 strikeouts on the team, which is second.
As the bunt is laid down, it's going to be a play at home and not in time. Sutherland had it stuck in his glove, couldn't make the relay throw on to McGlade, and it's going to cost the Scots a run. As we watch here, Sutherland knew it was going to be a bunt. He got off the mound in a hurry, and he tried to make that relay on to McGlade, and it just got stuck in his mitt. Unable to do much with it. Runners safe everywhere as we got base runners at first and second.
Yeah, that was a tough thing there. Sutherland just couldn't get the ball out of his glove, and you wonder, do you just kind of field it one-handed and flip it with your glove? That could have been an option there, but Sutherland just couldn't get a grip on the ball, and the throw came in late, so that's going to go down as an RBI bunt single.
I think even if he gets the relay off in time with the slide positioning of the runner from third, I don't think McGlade has a chance to tag him before he pokes at the plate. Sutherland holds the runner at second. It's 2 on, 1 out. It's outside for ball 1. Brings our count to 1-2. As you mentioned, expecting Sutherland to start their next game, but they're in a position right now where they're trying to make sure their next game is tomorrow. That's going to be fouled off by Bakari. So just doing everything they can to try to not have to play that devastating late game today. Sutherland low and away for ball 2. Draws our count even. The 2-2 pitch is outside for ball 3, and we're sitting at a full count for Sutherland. Could potentially walk the bases loaded here.
So I get what he's doing with Bakari being 2 for 2 on the day, but at the end of the day, down 5, you just got to go and attack the hitters.
He attacked him there. It's going to find the right center gap, and runners will go station to station. The bases are loaded for Prizing as he comes up with a chance to grab some RBIs.
You know, and all of this going still with just 1 out.
Now, fortunately, there is 1 out, so if Sutherland can get Prizing to roll over on 1, could see a double play turned. It's a tricky situation trying to bunt to advance here, but seeing what Sutherland did last time, if I'm Prizing, I might try to lay down 1 if I'm given an opportunity. As Sutherland falls down 2-0. Prizing stands in. Sutherland delivers. Outside, it gets away from McGlade. Play at the plate. And there's no play to be had. Sprinting in is Hawkins. And that's going to be another run scored here in the 5th. Sutherland comes set. Delivers. It's going to be strike 1 looking. Prizing thought he had the walk. Sutherland comes set. Runners all advanced. It's going to be a hit up the middle. It gets through the infield. Prizing rounds first, finds the ball. 1 run will come across. And a runner will stay at third. That's Bakari who held up. Now Mills is up to the dish. Kalamazoo's going to call an offensive timeout. Looks like the third base coach is not too happy with Bakari for holding up potentially.
No, I kind of like that move there. I mean, you're in control of it. I mean, only 1 out, and I mean, Alma's been the one making the mistakes here, so you don't kind of want to take the momentum away for yourself by getting thrown out at the plate. Yeah, you are up 7-0, but you know, with the mistakes that Alma's been making as of late, I mean, I think holding them there is perfectly fine.
They are going to leave Bakari at third, and the reason I was expecting him to get pulled there is because right after he held up at third, he started tapping his chest, pulling at his jersey, almost apologizing to the third base coach. And it looked like he was a little heated about the situation. Now we're going to get a defensive timeout right after. Having ourselves a mound visit for Sutherland. So, seen this a lot in game 2 yesterday between Alma and Calvin. Just multiple meetings per inning. It looks like Sutherland's going to get sat down.
Yeah, and I think that's okay, honestly. I mean, you're down 7-0 here in the 5th. I mean, you still got plenty of time to catch up, but I mean, obviously the odds of it are less and less likely. So, I mean, Sutherland only throwing 14 pitches here. He could be the potential guy, like I said before, to start that 3rd game here at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and I think that's why they pull him out as quick as they do, just to get him rested and get everything working for their next game as we get some final stats on Sutherland's day.
He still is responsible for the runners at the corners.
So, despite those, what he'll leave with as of right now still might get 2 more earned runs added to his tally, but he'll leave with 14 pitches, 3 hits given up, 1 earned run so far. As Prang mentioned, responsible for the runners at the corners. As
looks like Alex Hardacre is going to come on to pitch, number 35 for Alma.
And before we get a look at his numbers, we'll step aside for a short message from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere, as we'll be right back after this.
Your game? At Adrian College, our athletes strive for excellence on and off the field. Get involved in over 50 student clubs and organizations where your passions meet purpose. With innovative programs and personalized learning, our academics are designed to ignite your future. Experience vibrant student life, where community and connection shape your college journey. Adrian College, where you belong. Apply today and become part of the Bulldog family.
Welcome back. We take a quick look here at Alex Hardacre's stats on the season. He's got a 7.71 ERA. Came in with a 1-2 record with 11 appearances. Only 2 starts on the season. Then he's got 23 1/3 innings pitched. Gave up 33 hits, 28 runs, 20 of which were earned, 12 walks, 21 strikeouts. He's given up 5 home runs along with it. As the first batter he'll face is the leadoff hitter of the day, Mills, up to the plate. Mills shows bunt, pulls it back. Still going to be strike 1. Quick reminder, Sutherland's still responsible for the runners at the corners, as we mentioned before the break. So if they were to score, those earned runs would be added to his tally. That's going to be high for ball 1. 1-1 count, 5 runs already scored here in the 5th by the Hornets. Hardacre gets his pitch. Mills with a great bunt. It'll advance the runners. No play at third, or no play at home, and no play at first. Everyone is safe. Hardacre didn't get to first to cover it. It was a great job charging it by Croct, but no play to be made. So there's an earned run added to the tally of Sutherland. And a hit given up by Hardacre. Hardacre gets his pitch. It's a big swing by Moore, gets well underneath it. Play made by the right fielder, and a chance at second. A leaping grab by Warren. Reinhardt now up for the Hornets. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Outside for a ball. Both runners are going to go. No play at third, no play at second. McGlade will eat the throw, and everyone is safe.
Those are two big runs out there with 2 outs, because you get a base hit here, it puts them up by 10. I mean, you still got to get through the 7th, but it puts us into our mercy roll.
As Reinhardt up to the dish. It's a 1-0 count. Swung on. It's a big fly ball to deep left field, and it is out of here. A bases clearing 3-run shot for Ryer Reinhardt, and it'll bring the score to 11-0. Big fly ball to deep left field. Reinhardt knew it was gone right away, and there's no catching up to that ball. If you're Grunwald, you just got to stand there and watch it fly. Hardacre starting off with a first pitch ball. Lockhart up to the plate. Strike one looking. Brings the count to 1-1. Swung on off the third baseman's glove. Lockhart will take first, and he'll be held.
That's going to go down as a hit. As third baseman Sapienza really had to make a jump for it, and I mean, just a rocket playing even with the bag too.
Of course, the hot corner over there. Always tough to make some of those plays. First pitch outside against Steckow. Hardacre has his head down for a long time. Lockhart might want to get creative there, as this is going to be a comebacker right up the middle, and Hardacre will flip it on to first, getting out of the inning as they gave up 9 runs in the 5th. And we'll step aside for the bottom of the 5th. Don't go anywhere, as we'll be right back for MIAA baseball action here on ACTV. No count. Swung on. It's a big fly ball to deep left field, and it is out of here. A bases clear.
Looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
First pitch in there for a strike, as Davis trying to send some heat in there for Foley. As Prang mentioned in the last half inning about the mercy rule, as this is going to be a play over at third, on to first for the out, and Foley is retired. quick at-bat for Davis. So quick reminder on the mercy rule for the fans at home, Prang.
Yeah, I mean, you still have to get through 7 innings. We're only in the bottom of the 5th, so it's still time for Alma to make up some runs. But any team that leads by 10 or more after 7 results in the game being ended early and by mercy rule.
So currently sitting in that spot right now, and Scots have not had much luck on the offensive side, only having 2 hits so far on the day. As Davis with the 1-0 pitch be there for a ball, so 2-0.
We also have some defensive changes for Kalamazoo. Going in center field is number 42, Cam Kelly, and then Logan Lockhart is going to move from center field to right field.
So as I mentioned, when Feng Cole came up, unsure if he'd stay in there for the outfield as he played second yesterday, and they will pull him out of there defensively. 3-1 is the count.
They're really playing Bleasdale to hit the other way, as there's a massive gap in right center field.
Bleasdale will watch in the ball for the walk. 4-1 was the count as Bleasdale takes his free base. And this is something we've seen Davis struggle with in today's game. A lot of 4-1 walks. Starting out a lot of counts, 3-0. This is rolled over on. No chance at 2. Gonna go to first for 1. Reinhardt tried to dive out of the way. They're gonna say he's safe due to interference. So Goodpaster now safe.
No, they're gonna call him out. I'm confused on that. Oh, guess what he's saying is, after Reinhardt came back over into fair play, which is kind of confusing there why he would do that, just for an injury risk. But essentially the runner did not make contact with him, essentially making a play on Bleasdale to cause interference there. So Goodpaster is out at first, but kind of that safe call that the first base umpire made was kind of in the effect that there was no interference on Ryer Reinhardt to make a play on Bleasdale over at second.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there with the hand signals as Davis getting ahead in the count. Croc down 0-2. 2 outs with Bleasdale at second. Pitch low and away. Good job blocking it in the dirt by Moore. So 1-2 count. Davis checks on second. Swung on and missed. Rings him up on strikes and gets out of the inning. Giving up 1 hit. Or giving up a walk, mind you. But it will not matter as he still escapes without giving up any runs. We'll go in to the 6th inning after these short messages. Thank you for tuning in to MIAA Baseball here on ACTV.
Become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Adrian College is a private liberal arts institution known for its diverse academic programs, strong emphasis on experiential learning, vibrant campus life, and commitment to fostering a supportive community. Want to visit Adrian College for yourself? Visit our website at adrian.edu/campusvisit.
Hardacre still on the mound for the Scots. He looks for his second inning of work, and it was a rough first inning, coming in late and still throwing 8 pitches. As he'll stand in, leading off for the Hornets is going to be Hawkins. First pitch on its way into shallow center, but on his horse getting the out is Foley. Tracked the ball off the bat nicely. Now up to bat for the first time, Cam Kelly coming in for the pinch hitter last inning in Fenkel. First pitch strike going against Kelly. Hardacre gets his pitch. The offering sent right over to second. It's going to be a 4-3 put out against Kelly. Quick update over in the MIAA softball tournament taking place at the same time down in Angola, Indiana. Adrian College has upset the 1 seed, and they won 8-7 in the first game over there today. Up next will be Calvin facing off against Hope, as Hardacre's pitch is going to be low and away, brings the count even at 1.
Yeah, not only was that an upset of just the 1 seed, but also the number 5 ranked team in the country. And Trine's 28-game winning streak came to an end.
As a high fly ball into shallow left, leading to a putout. Nice play there defensively by Grunwald. As you mentioned, number 5 falls. Number 1 in the MIAA goes down, and the Bulldogs have secured their spot in tomorrow's action for the softball tournament. Getting back into the baseball tournament, we'll be back for the bottom of the 6th. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA baseball action here on ACTV.
Before the achievements, before the celebrations, there's the work. Early mornings, late nights. Every challenge faced, every extra effort made.
Every victory starts with preparation.
We value leadership, resilience, and innovation. No victory without work. Because success isn't given, it's earned. Welcome to Adrian College.
Welcome back. I'd like to quickly remind you that ACTV broadcasts are student ran. Of course, myself, Sean Whitmer on the call. I'm joined with Mike Prang, and want to give a quick shout out to the Sports Information Department for helping us out today as school is out. We're on summer break, so most of the students that usually help us out on broadcasts are gone. Our director for this slate of games today is going to be Josiah Durrell, our streaming coordinator. Sapienza going to lead off here. First pitch going to be low and away for a ball. And it's an interesting situation because if we do get that mercy rule, Davis can pitch a full game, only go 7 innings, save a lot of arms in that Hornets bullpen. The count is now 1-1. One pitch, swung on. It's a hard ground ball over there at short, and a long throw, but he picks it out of the dirt. Reinhardt with a good stretch. Sapienza unable to beat it out. Just an incredibly long throw from Mills on his way over to first. And a great stretch out of Reinhardt. As that's going to be a first pitch ball. 1-0 pitch outside for ball 2. The 2-0 offering. In there for strike 1. Brings our count to 2-1. Swung on and fouled back by Tony Smith. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled off once again. So we'll do it again. 2-2's the count. Pitch on its way. And Smith checks up. It'll bring it. Or now it's 2-2, mind you. Swung on and fouled back. Three-two count. Swung on and missed. Smith tried to chase the high heat and couldn't catch up to it. McGlade up to bat. He has walked once and struck out once. Davis with the first offering. Gonna be ball 1.
Davis doing a great job getting back on and throwing strikes. I mean, after those 4 walks he had earlier in the game, he's really just been pumping the zone.
Yeah, and right on cue, gets a second pitch strike, brings our count to 1-1. That's going to be outside for ball 2. It's gotten to the point now where Davis, even with the balls that he's throwing, they're close to the zone. He's not getting super wild and getting outside as much. Just really finding his control. The 2-1 pitch on its way. It's a big swing out of McGlade. It was well inside. Brings our count to 2-2. Two-two pitch. In there for strike 3 looking. McGlade is sat down and Davis gets out of the inning. Don't go anywhere as we'll be right back after a few short messages here on ACTV.
10 years ago, Adrian College Television set out on a mission to bring the excitement, the passion, and the unforgettable moments of Bulldog athletics to fans everywhere. From the field to the court, from nail-biting finishes to championship victories, ACTV has been there to capture it all.
Yeah, Jordan Spear, happy birthday, buddy. I'm sure.
This year, we celebrate a decade of dedication, 10 years of innovation, teamwork, and delivering the energy of Adrian College straight to your screen. Here's to the next chapter of ACTV, because at Adrian College, the story is just beginning.
Hardacre still on the mound as we get ready for the top of the 7th in what could be the final inning of play here. Of course, we'll have to play the bottom no matter what. Going to get a few more warm-ups in now that McGlade's out there. one more warm-up. McGlade gets his throw down to second, and then we'll get underway. Leading off the inning for the Hornets will be Pricing. Cade Pricing. He'll stand in, facing off against Hardacre. Hardacre with the first offering. Pricing with a big swing. Skies it in the air. Called off. Good passer was Smith. Looked like he had a better read on it.
Yeah, it's always easier to run in on a ball than run back on a ball, especially a high towering pop-up like that. So if you're an infielder and you get called off, your job's just to get the heck out of the way.
And that's exactly what Goodpaster did there. As that's a first pitch ball. Taking a look down at the Hornets dugout. They're trying to keep their team fired up in this game. A little hard to do when you're up 11-0. As that's going to be strike one called. Brings our count to 1-1. The 1-1 pitch on its way. Inside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Hardacre. It's ready. He'll deliver. It's a big swing by Mills into left field on his horse. It'll keep going foul. So Mills will jog back to the box. It was a long sprint there by Grunwald. But it just kept going and ended up going out of play. First offering on its way, low and away for ball 1. Hardacre against Moore. Or against Mills, mind you. And it will be a strikeout. So Mills will go take a seat. Coming up next is going to be Moore. Got a little ahead of myself there. Caleb Moore stands in. Hardacre delivers inside for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Down and away, gets away from McGlade. Bring the count to 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. On its way, skied by Moore. It's another one of those pop-ups. Camping underneath it is Crocked. They'll get the put out. It's 3 up, 3 down for the Scots. They'll need to grab at least 2 runs if they want to keep this game going as we move into the bottom of the 7th. Don't go anywhere as you're watching MIAA tournament play here on ACTV.
I'm a special ed social worker.
And I'm a third-year public affairs major.
I'm an action filmmaker.
I'm a recent graduate from Michigan State University.
I'm an underwater cinematographer.
So I didn't really decide I wanted to become a pilot till after college.
Jevy is like a consolidated platform where I could have focused information in a couple swipes.
Involve yourself as many opportunities that you can.
The number one most important thing is knowing your own weaknesses. Proper planning.
Breakfast.
It's always something different, something new.
The fact that you can be another small voice that adds to a beautiful space. That's what I'm here for.
Welcome back. What could potentially be our last half inning here, as Davis still on the mound for the Hornets in a game that we've seen a lot of chess moves made by both coaching staffs. None made there in between the half innings there. Coming up to bat for the Scots. It's going to be the shortstop, Kyler Warren. He's walked twice today. Watches a first pitch in for a strike. Davis delivers, swung on, and it gets out of the third baseman's glove. Play at first, still gets there in time. A phenomenal throw made by Preising.
That's a nice job done by him just to knock it down to his feet and keep track of where the ball's still at and still be able to make the play.
Once again, Reinhardt makes a nice stretch over there at first. As the first pitch strike by Davis. Trying to jump all over Grunwald here. Grunwald fouls one back. Grunwald hasn't had too much success today. One strikeout, and he's left 2 runners on base. He'll bloop this one into center. It'll carry its way all the way to Kelly, who just camped there. Didn't even have to move. Down.
All the pitching that they have left. I mean, going into tomorrow with their one reliever, Schuster, that threw only 2 innings last night, they really only don't have their 2 starting pitchers, or number 1 and number 2, I should say, and they still have everybody else to use, which, you know, if you're a team that you do slip up and you drop the first game in the MIAA championship, you still have enough pitching for game 2, unlike a team that's going on their 5th game now of the tournament.
As this is going to be basically a swinging bunt. It gets past Davis. Play at first. Foley's still out. Reinhardt with the stretch. A nice throw made by Steckow. And that will retire Foley, meaning Alma only gets through their order 3 times, while we were working at our 5th time through the order for Kalamazoo. That'll do it for game 1 today as we get prepared for the second game of action. Any notes you got coming out of this game, Prang?
I mean, just like I said, I mean, Kalamazoo's got so much pitching left, and I mean, we'll see what happens tomorrow as they're done for the day. They advance to the MIAA championship tomorrow. They would have to lose twice in order to not win the championship. They only need to take 1 of the 2 tomorrow. And they're hoping to just do it all in the first game and go 3-0 and ride hot in the NCAA regionals. Alma, on the other hand, I mean, they just have to turn the page and hope to jump back at 6 o'clock and take a game and potentially force a rematch for tomorrow. So a lot of emotions going right now for both sides, and it's just who can move on from this and know that they still have work to do.
As of course, that now means that the Scots are going down to play again today in the final game of the night. The projected start time for the final game is 6 o'clock. Projected start time for our next game, I believe, is 2:45. Is that correct there, Prang?
Roughly around there. I mean, Calvin's still hitting right now. Both teams will have to take in and out and make sure that their pitchers are warmed up and ready to go. So I'm thinking we start slightly early, 15, 20 minutes early. But if not, we will get the game going around 3 o'clock. So I would plan for 2:45.
So we got a plan for 2:45. It's going to be Adrian College hosting Calvin, as not just because we're playing at Nicolay Field, Adrian College was able to win the coin flip and get home field advantage. And we'll get ready for that game shortly. It'll be on a separate broadcast but we hope to see you there. Thank you for tuning in here on ACTV. We've got one spot filled in the championship, and we'll find out who's going next in our next 2 games. We'll see you there. My name is Sean Whitmer. Joined with me was Mike Prang. We'll see you next time on ACTV.